This video not sponsored by 7-Up.
Or Pepsi.
Or Pepsi. Right, so I'm just going to talk. So we've got these two cameras. We've got the RX10 Mark IV and we've got the new A6700. Obviously the A6700's got much more advanced technology and it's with the AI chip and all that sort of stuff in there. Where the RX10 net is now 2017, so 6 years old, isn't it? Coming up to 6 years old technology. So it's probably, this was probably designed 2 years before that. So it's 8 years technology really. This thing still holds its own really, really well, and Nick's been really impressed with it so far as he's been using it. And it just works really, really well. And with the range you've got and all that sort of stuff going on, it's such a usable camera. The autofocus is still really quick. You're still talking A9 speed. So everybody's using an A9 out there. I mean, that's 2015, 2016, isn't it? A9.
Yeah, but this is focusing really well, even on 600mm, whether it's 24mm, inside, outside. It
can struggle a little bit at 600 if you're coming back a long way. So if you're focused on, I don't know, that plane behind us at 600, and then you into the distance, it's really quite quick. But it's when it comes back the other way, it can be not as fast. But that's just because of the motor speed and stuff like that, I guess, and the technology, the actual AF sort of intelligence as such. So far, this A6700 is incredible. It's really, really good. Viewfinder is actually better than anybody's saying. Ignore what anybody else has said, saying it's absolutely rubbish. It's not. If you can get the use of one or try one out, just have a look and see what I mean. But just make sure you put it to high quality, not just standard, because that does reduce the lag a little bit. But I haven't really noticed any lag, to be fair. Autofocus works very well. Insect detection works quite well. Been using it on bees and butterflies and stuff. It didn't work on ants. Oh no, but to be honest, they were on the ground anyway, and as long as you've got your depth of field deep enough, you're going to get it in focus. Plane detect, it automatically detected planes even if it was in insect detect, which I thought, okay. I mean, if you miss a plane in the sky, you've got something to worry about, haven't you, because it's there.
There's
nothing else really to hit. But other than that, it's really, really quite good. I've been shooting in JPEG, obviously, because we haven't got RAWs yet, and this little 18 to 135 lens seems to be really quite nice. I haven't felt the need to want anything more. Obviously, if you're going to do wildlife and stuff like that, you'll need a bigger lens on, like 200 or 600 or something. But for everyday place like this, if you like to go to places like Brooklands Motor Museum and you've got lots of things to shoot, it's keeping this f3.5 to 5.6 is quite a nice depth, so you've got everything in focus that you need in focus. So you know, you're not shooting
it's light as well.
Yeah, it's really light.
There's nothing of it, is there?
In fact, this is heavier. Not loads, but enough.
I consider that light.
Yeah, and that's light. That's a kilo, so this must weigh less than a kilo with a lens on it. Flippy lens, a flippy screen, absolutely fine. All the things, I'm getting used to it. It's the more you use something, because obviously the A1 is completely different to this. The RX10 is completely different to this. So it's just just getting used to it really. But very impressive, even though it's a crop sensor.
It just felt so light, as if there was no battery or anything in there, and it is. It's a great walkabout.
I think what's opened my eyes to the APS-C size again is this. Even though this is a 1-inch sensor, having a smaller sensor means nothing nowadays. Obviously the A1 and the A7R5 and stuff like that, the image quality is better, and the depth of field is, you can be more artistic with it with the faster lenses and stuff. But then it also, you have to be more accurate with your choices. Where these two here, you've got a really quite nice depth naturally, so you can get things in focus just about right without too much twiddling. Even in auto mode, I was quite impressed. So
that's good.
24 to 600 f4. Well, it's f2.4 wide open, 24mm, but it soon creeps up to f3.5, f4.
Yeah, I've just kept it f4 like you said.
F4 all day long, and it's sharp, super fast, and to be honest, it's a really great camera.
It's looking promising. I think I will be getting one for my holiday, because it's light and it's got the range I want.
It's a normal size of like an old SLR.
But you've got that 600mm range.
Well, like size-wise, it's roughly the same size.
Not much.
We've got a 24 to 600 there.
It's mad, isn't it?
The cool thing about the RX10, if you don't know, is it's got a stack sensor, and it's basically, you can get away with not using the mechanical shutter. Even though the mechanical shutter in the RX10 is different to one of the A series cameras, This is a leaf shutter, which means it basically closes the aperture right down as a actuation. But if you have it in electronic mode, which is basically no shutter needed, it's such a fast readout on the sensor that you don't need the mechanical shutter most of the time anyway. Only for flash. So
when we see them cars going around, won't we?
Yeah, you won't get any trouble at all.
Yeah.
I've never had to try and save a picture or anything from it. The odd out of focus one, but that's just because I've either not reacted quick enough or moved fast enough. But yeah, fantastic. I mean, I've taken shots of motorbikes going past me at 600mm on the bend at Brands Hatch, doing like 100 mile an hour past me, and I'm like, I'm face eye. I also focusing on the guy's face through the helmet.
Yeah. I noticed it picked up faces in there.
Without you, I
wasn't thinking about putting on face detector or even locking on or anything. It just, you get a grey box come up around the head, and then the moment you shoot to it,
it picks it.
It picks it up. It's very good.
The technology
for its age.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got very good technology.
Yeah, and the battery's lasted pretty well. You've just gone for your first battery.
We've been here probably, what's the time now? Probably 4 hours.
Yeah.
3.5, 4 hours, and the camera's been on all the time, and it's just gone down to about 18%. So we've just changed the battery.
Yeah.
And I've been taking pictures all the time, bit of video. Batteries. I know people say, oh, it doesn't last long. That's lasted pretty well.
This one here, the A6700, is now at 69%. So that's not too bad.
No, that's very good.
Yeah.
You could probably go almost 2 days on a battery, a full charge, if you're doing little.
Possibly, yeah. I don't know, but I've got another.
You yourself probably go for about 4 a day.
No, to be honest, I've only ever changed to the second battery on a day's work.
Really?
Yeah. On the A1, that is. Yeah. Wow. So this would do 2 batteries a day, roughly. I'd say on a bad day. So yeah, no, really, really cool. I mean, if you look at the age difference, like 6 years.
Yeah, but the technology as well, and that for what you're getting for your money.
Yeah, 1,450 quid versus when I bought this was £1,800. Yeah, you've got different aspects in there, like the massive lens and the really sharp lens involved. But obviously the rest of the technology is similar. EVF on there, screen's similar, even though this one flips out.
Yeah.
But some of the other technology in there has just been advanced and stuffed in here, isn't it? And now you've got that AI chip and everything.
It's like the A7R5 A1 version.
It's just a mini version of that. Yeah. Really, really cool. Yeah. Good day out. There's someone just waiting for this old bus. There's this old bus here. Is it 70 years old? I think you heard.
70 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, 70 years old bus. We've just been in the bus museum.
It's 70 years old, and there's a 70-year-old driving it.
Apparently the bus is the same age as the driver. Anyway, we've also got these planes here to go look at in a minute. It should be quite cool, and there's Concorde hidden around. Well, it's just there actually. I thought it was around the corner, but it's not. It's just there. So a few other things to look at shortly, which is really cool. So yeah, we'll be back. There we go. Ooh. The Bus Museum. Those fans are amazing. The airflow is lovely in here. Got the low emissions, 100% electricity. Just go on the bus.
You're welcome.
Let's go on.
I haven't been on a bus for years.
Can I have a ticket, please? Oh, there's no driver. Maybe it's a new driver's bus.
Oh, it's AI driving.
AI driving. Oh.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's
the batteries.
No, it can't be. That's computers, surely.
Yeah, it must be better, plus minus.
Oh, maybe.
That must be just a small button. I bet they're all underneath. Oh, and this on this side as well. Like.
Oh, they'd be on the floor, shouldn't it? Oh.
There must be 2 banks of batteries. That's mad.
I wonder what the range of it is. Oh. Remember the years of swinging on these things?
Yeah, handstands, there we are.
Yeah. Let's go upstairs. Oh, the colour of the seats is amazing. Oh.
There's always a rush to get to the front, wasn't it?
Or the back. So you'd sit up the back seat. I want to be in the middle because I've got this view. You're in the danger zone. I'm in the front bit. So you have a crash all through the front windscreen. I'm just sat here.
I remember this on Periscope. Me and my mate used to look down.
Yes. So the driver could see what's going on.
See what's coming on.
Yeah. You'd be going wanker.
Changed. They've just upholstered all the seats, I reckon.
Or just cleaned them, probably.
They've refurbed it, haven't they?
I presume so.
Yeah.
Interesting views. The old scratch graffiti on the old plastic windows. Scratch them.
Plastic, aren't they?
Well, yeah, something like that. Or on the inside, I can't remember. Because they always just fall out, didn't they, if they were hit hard enough and things. Look at that. It's like getting off the bus.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, is that the bus? That must be the bus there.
I reckon that's the bus.
So that's the Brooklands hill climb. It doesn't look that steep from here, but it starts off gradual and then just suddenly backs up. So we're going to walk up there in a minute and possibly die because it's quite a steep climb. But yeah, especially when we've just eaten. Sounds like the Mercedes world are having fun. Was that a train? That's a train. So we're walking up the hill climb, which is now at 1 in 5, and we're about to get 1 in 4 steepness. Pretty mad. Testing out the stabilisation and my special walking abilities on the rough ground. I'm a bit ploddy and not particularly light-footed, but it seems pretty stable on the camera screen. There's a massive wood ants everywhere. How you feeling, Nick? Knackered yet? It's getting steeper. Oh my word! He's got to stop.
This is like a one.
Look at that! Blimey! I've seen the cars come up here. It's hilarious. They get to
a couple of times in the morning. You'd be alright, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I've seen the cars get to here and they start wheel spinning normally or bouncing. They can't.
Sorry, isn't it?
The old calf muscles get a good workout, that's for sure. Doesn't help, we've just eaten lunch. This is where it gets really steep, this bit here. And I have to make it over the top. Oh dear. Whew. Tell you what, the stabilisation's pretty good. Oh, that auto chose the plane automatically.
You're joking.
No.
Like face detect.
Yeah. Let's put a box around it now.
I can see the one on there.
So Nick's trying to get some butterflies. There's a load of butterflies on the thing here. And that's where that RX-10 has a massive advantage really. You've got 600mm to play with. And it will focus down to 72 centimetres, which is pretty nuts. So you can get quite close to butterflies and things like that quite easily. We found this, went up to the Brooklands Bridge so we can stand along the track, and we found a load of butterflies up here doing their thing. So I've now swapped from the 18 to 135 lens to the 135 G Master, just to have a little play around really, because this can focus quite close as well, just to see the high-end lens on it, see what the real quality is like, especially on a shallower depth of field and faster focusing with the crazy lens that is.
In being able to develop things that he's working on, because that's what he wanted to do.
So we're going into the airlock chamber. How cool is this? Oh, it's the back of the plane. Oh, that's cool. This is the chamber, Stratos chamber, that they could simulate up to 70,000 feet and minus 65 degrees Celsius. So to test seals and things like that, and fatigue and stuff of planes or whatever. Really cool. Right, off to see some planes. Now we've been in the, is it a Stratos? Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's what you call an air conditioning unit. Check that out for a British Aerospace ambulance. Old Land Rover. We've got some planes we can go and look in now. A straight piped R8 just went out, you can hear it. It sounded very loud. Yeah, it's Concorde. Some cool clouds as well, so we should get a nice shot of this. Get the right angle on it.
Must be like to be Jersey.
Yeah, I was gonna say it must be like a little Channel Islands, or maybe up north somewhere, like the Scottish Isles or something.
How high that tower?
I know, it's mental. Look at that as a shot. Oh. And the sun, if we get the sun, get into the shadow. That's well cool. Oh yeah, with the sun spur. So Nick's just snapping it looks like an eagle when you actually look at it as a silhouette up in the sun there. Looks really cool. The size of that shadow is mental. Really cool. Anyway, we're going to go in this little plane here and see what we got. Oh, we can't go in it. How annoying is that? No, it's open, this one.
No, don't rush.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So this is a cargo plane.
Yeah, a little cargo plane.
You can tell the old ratchet straps in the way.
Well, it stinks in here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does here anyway. Smelly. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to.
Get the waft of moth. It smells like mothballs. Nice.
Oh, so it's 2, 3 and 2.
Old things always have a smell to them, don't they?
Yeah. Certainly does in here.
Yeah, like stale mothballs.
This has got some sort of odour on it.
No, I did a big smelly pool. In the old, remember the small, look.
Yeah, very
kind
small
of
cubby
small
holes.
cubby holes. You could get a small handbag or something in. But look at the height of the ceiling. I can't even touch it.
I mean, I remember these twist and pull.
Oh yeah. And then angle, and then someone always put theirs on and really get like annoying.
Yeah, they were no good. But
This is going to race cars. That's a Senna. Ooh. We have a Senna.
one made a Lego.
The Lego Senna. That's cool. So I take it McLaren have got a little stall here then. That's the fact there's two Sennas parked here. That's a track one. Richard Miley. Yeah. We got the Lego one in the background, that's cool.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
The Lego 720S.
It's actually we're driven largely by the customer.
It makes you want to explore the limits more and more and more.
We can see ourselves like this.
That's awesome.
It's actually, I mean, that's a stabilisation,
That's good.
pretty good I think.
And what lens is that?
So that's the 18 to 135.
The one you've been using in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it on auto, but it's picked up the two of us in the shot, so it's increased the f-stop, see?
Wow.
To F9,
it's getting a
so
bit-
we
if
should-
I move closer in,
You're out of shot now.
there you go.
Oh, no, it hasn't. No, it's just trying to keep us all in focus,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it? But it's picked up people, so it knows we're in shot.
That's really good.
Anyway guys, we've been into Brooklands. We're now basically over there behind us is the Mercedes World test track, you know, like that, and people do like drifting around it and stuff like that. So we're going to try and get some photos of them doing stuff on there. So you can pay for the experience, but we can see over the fence from here. So hopefully we can get some fun footage. But we're going to have a look now. Oh, it's a train. That's the Mercedes World there. You can go and think. There's a hotel over there as well. But there's like a donutty track. I want to say donut. It's like a drift track here. So they put the sprinklers on so they can do power slides and stuff easily. But it sounded like earlier they had it off because it was just sounded like tyre smoke, didn't it? So anyway, let's go and have a nose. Very slowly. Hey, there we go. So that was picking up just the basically the nose cone of the car then. Now it's gone to the back. Oh, hey, screwed that one up. Okay, that works really well because that's literally just ignored that car going right in front of me.
Really?
Yeah, completely and utterly. Yeah, literally. And this next car, ooh, nice emergency stop there. Yeah. It's an A9 basically. Same processing speeds and everything as an A9. Right guys, here are some of Nick's photos he took. Obviously, I don't know the reason why he took them, obviously apart from a picture of me. But obviously he was walking around looking at stuff and photographed things that actually took his fancy. One being the Harrier. I've actually got a very similar shot further down. But we were just wandering around, enjoying the day and just snapping away really. It was actually quite nice because I'm never in photos. But actually me wandering around, not really posing, he's just snapping behind me doing stuff. But yeah, interesting to see myself photographed for once, which is, you know, not as bad as you think. But yeah, trying the RX-10 out, he was loving it. Me photographing stuff and videoing stuff at the same time. Yeah, but he's really enjoyed using the RX-10, and I think he's actually going to go and buy one. But yeah, just shows you that even though the camera is 6 years old or whatever, it's still holding up really, really well. Image quality is very good. You know, you can get some fantastic shots with it, and with no real drama, really. You know, it's very, very good. Obviously, I've used it very, very well for a long time now, and you know, I can sort of use it with my eyes shut. But obviously, if you're new to it, it does take a while to get get it set up how you want it and things like that. So, you know, and obviously learn how to get the best from it, because obviously every tool is slightly different in its own right. Really cool, actually. We went in the Harrier, and you obviously saw in the video, but that was really interesting and actually something different to see as well. So yeah, obviously I don't know why Nick took some of these pictures, but obviously he was looking through the viewfinder at the time, not me. But he got the ant there, one of the red ants, I think they were called. It also decided to catch another ant. 600mm f4, I think, a butterfly with the RX-10 there. These I've zoomed in a little bit so you can kind of see the detail, so they're not the full shot, so it's, you know, a little bit of 16:9 crop there due to the video. But yeah, just shows you what they're like. And then on to the A6700, where I was using the 18 to 135 f3.5 to 5.6 lens, so it's not particularly fast, but actually nice and sharp and everything like that. But as we both know, with both cameras, your depth of field, because they're smaller sensors, actually give you a little bit of assistance in some respect, that your images are a little bit more in focus generally than they would be compared to full frame. And a lot of the time that actually helps you out and actually gives you better shots, because then that way you don't have to worry about stopping down too much to try and lose the depth of field that was really shallow in the first place. So you have got some benefits of having a smaller sensor. Indoors in the hangar there, roughly the same shot that Nick took, I think. Yeah, both cameras performing really, really well, considering we're in LED flickery lighting. Both cameras, no problem with flickering whatsoever. It didn't seem to be. I didn't see any issues or whatsoever. And I was videoing in there as well. But you can kind of compare if you click the 2 points where those photos sort of match roughly. You'll be able to see the difference if there's any difference really. Side by side. Just walking around snapping. I was either using the one, like I said, the 18 to 135 f3.5 to 5.6 lens, or I did stick on the 135 G Master, which is just an incredible lens. But obviously that's a full frame lens, which ends up at 202 millimeters, I think. But that little 18 to 135 is actually a really nice lens to use. It zooms really quick, the focus is very quick, and it's nice and sharp and gives you the shots that you kind of need quite nicely. So yeah, very pleased on the situation with both cameras actually. Yeah, a lot of people have asked me already, am I just going to sell the RX10 now that I've got the A67? Not at all, because the RX10 has a completely different use really to the A6700 for me anyway, because I'll be using it for more vloggy stuff where it's got the flippy screen and stuff like that, and that wider angle little lens on there works quite well. So utilising it for sort of B-roll and things like that, and if I do need the camera for studio shots and stuff like that, I can utilise it as well. Obviously RX10 is still capable, and there's just lots of scope having three cameras. If you've got three cameras, obviously it's very handy. You've always got two backups as such if one breaks. So for me that's obviously quite an important thing. But having those three different cameras, so the Sony A1, the A6700 and the RX10, three completely different cameras, all with different uses and such. So for me that's really, really helpful and really handy for what I do anyway. So, and that's why it's so good having so many different varieties of camera now. So Sony have got a huge lineup of all the different models now. Nikon have now, and Canon also, and Fuji, all the other camera makers out there as well who make the cameras that we all love. So it's really, really good that we have that choice, because there's no such thing really, not from the big companies anyway. They don't make a bad camera anymore. They're all great, the lenses are all great. Yeah, some are slightly better than others, but you pay the price, don't you? So many choices. Back to photos, this shot here I really quite like. A little bit of lens flare from that lens, that 18mm, but the one cloud and that big tail was pretty cool with the sun's flare. I was shooting it like S32 possibly, something like that, I can't remember. Concorde again from different. It's always just a beautiful plane just to look at. You can go in it on, like we said, I think it's about £6 to get a virtual ticket as such, but a bit cheaper than the £4,000 ticket than you would actually fly on it. Plane up on the top there. I got a plane in flight over the Concorde rear tail there. I just thought that was quite cool. Right time. Shooting high aperture there just to get a nice starburst off the Mercedes sign as the sun came past. A bit of a moody sky. The last shot of the day was one of those cars, mostly sideways, which was quite fun to watch. They were going a lot slower than we thought, but then it's people learning how to control a car in a wet situation, which is not a bad thing to do. As on the way to Brooklands and Mercedes World, it chucked it down with rain. There was about that much water on the road, and people were travelling too close, and someone rear-ended somebody. So yeah, if you check my Instagram out, I think it's still on there. There is a reel on there with what actually happened. So my dash cameras obviously picked it up, and you could see the car was in the middle of the road after it rear-ended another car, which has got over to the side onto the hard shoulder. But yeah, just shows you that people don't really concentrate and don't really know how to drive cars, especially the more modern ones today as well. They're so numb that you can lose control of these things very, very easily, especially in extreme situations where it suddenly chucks it down with rain and people start aquaplaning and not stopping quick enough and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, yeah, so please go and check out the other videos that I've done already on the A6700. If you've got an RX10 Mark IV and you love it or whatever, obviously just let me know what you think about your camera. Are you enjoying it? Have you got any bugbears about it? You know, it is still an incredible beast, even though it's getting on a bit, you know. Like I say, the A6700, really enjoying using that at the minute. And in fact, actually, most of the time now, the A1 sits there and it's only really for work purposes, where I can now take the A6700 and the RX10 out and utilise them in more of a pleasure manner without having to worry about the sheer value of the A1. But, you know, other than that, all the cameras are amazing. And, you know, it's just good to get out and also be with other people. You know, it was really nice meeting up with Nick again. But also, as other people I'm going to be meeting up with soon as well. So we're going to be lots more days out like this, lots more videos like this. This is quite a difficult one to edit because there's a lot going on. It's massive, and I was trying to include as much interest as possible. So let me know if you think it's too long. Did it get a bit boring in some places? Stuff like that, because the editing thing is still relative. I don't want to be too edity. I still want to keep it realistic. So let me know what you think. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button, little notification bell as well. And catch you later for a new video.